All right, this is ridiculous. Detroit woman sues Lyft after being denied ride because of her weight. Now, this is supposed to be a rapper or whatever, but nevertheless, you running and going to snitching. Okay, so let's get some examples of weight requirements. While most amusement park rides don't explicitly list the maximum weight limit, some rides may have restrictions based on the design of the safety restraints, meaning individuals of large size might not be able to ride due to the inability to properly secure the harness. Now, understand this, that due to her size, is 9 out of 10 her seatbelt won't fit around her, so she can't safely restrain herself. She's not carrying any type of extension or anything. I remember somebody tried to sue Lyft before, or it was Uber, because the guy didn't have an extension, which made absolutely no sense. But they wanted drivers to start doing that. One, Uber's not going to pay for that. So you want drivers who don't even make up their own fares and who has to get paid by Lyft, and usually it's at a loss. You have a not lost but loss. You had a audacity to sit there and say that, okay, this is their fault and they need to carry extensions if they're going to do this type of work. Look, we're not a city taxi. It's a private company, meaning that they're hiring contractors to do the work, and we can deny people for rides. And her thing is that you're 500 pounds. You're gonna act like this has never been an issue before. It probably has been an issue. I guarantee you, if they look at her rating as a passenger, I guarantee you, if they look at her rating, this is what we do on the app. We rate the passengers. Okay, so if we give them less than 4 stars, don't match me with them again. So I guarantee you, she has a low rating because she always orders a normal standard sedan. And clearly, you need to request a ride with an XL. You are not sliding in. I'm sorry. You are overweight. You're big. Getting inside of that door and getting outside, that's wait time that we're not getting paid for right there. I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that, but literally, she should have ordered a bigger car. She could have ordered an SUV. She could have ordered a larger size vehicle or whatnot. But to sit there and try to order a sedan, you already knew you were going to have a problem. She's ran into this problem before. That's why she was ready to sit there and record. She just got tired of sitting there and being ridiculed by drivers who were saying that, I'm sorry, but I can't do this ride. As a driver, if you run across this situation, just be tell the person, say, hey, I'm sorry, but I just got a phone call. I have an emergency. I have to get home immediately, and I didn't want to just cancel on you without you knowing what was going on and everything. And then you just pull off. You ain't got to tell them what the reason is, especially if it's something that may relate to discrimination. And this is not an issue where it's discrimination, because amusement parks have weight requirements for rides. If the seatbelt may not fit, and I guarantee you that guy's seatbelt would not fit in the case with that with the woman and everything. So it's not just amusement parks. Trucks, they have payload weight requirements and everything. They can't exceed a certain amount of weight. The driver may have had some items inside of the car. Say he had 200, 300 pounds in his trunk, tools or whatever. Now she's trying to get into the car, and that's an additional 500 pounds that he's putting inside of the car. Is his sedan equipped to be able to take on that type of weight? Now, some people may say, well, she could have got in the front seat. No, no, all passengers must enter in and get in the back seat. They don't get in the front seat unless you're riding with more than 3 individuals. If it's 3 people, then it's enough seatbelts in the back. It is a insurance issue when you have people riding in the front. Lyft and Uber are supposed to not let the insurance company know how many riders are in the vehicle, but they're trying to help passengers keep their prices down, so they don't have that option in the app to actually let Lyft know how many passengers are riding. And honestly, that is something that drivers want to know. and everything. Because if you have six people and you order a sedan and everything, when the driver pulls up, I'm sorry, but you know on the app you have to let them know how many passengers you have. You have six people riding with you, only have four seatbelts available. Now passengers, they know that they can't keep on doing it, because I've had passengers where it'll be six people and they say, oh, we can lap up. Then they'll say, oh no, somebody can get in the hatch area and everything. And it's like, do you realize that if we get into an accident, how much trouble I'm gonna be in? I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. Plus, at the same time, I don't want all that extra weight. I barely want to do rides with more than one person, especially at nighttime. But nevertheless, I have to pick up a passenger for free. Now, this driver had to drive to this lady for free. We do not get paid to drive to people. We do not get compensated for time or miles driving two passengers. We only start getting paid when the passenger gets in the vehicle. So from the pickup location to the drop-off location. This is one of the reasons when you got a driver that's 20 minutes away and the driver goes ahead and cancels on you. That's why. Because the driver is too far away from you. But all in all, like I said, every vehicle has a weight load requirement. You cannot exceed that weight. If you do, it's going to wear on the tires. It's going to wear on your suspension. It can wear on other things in the vehicle and everything. It's just simply not worth it for the driver. And it's not worth it for, no, that's mainly who is not worth it for. It's not worth it for the driver to sit there and have to put all of that additional weight inside their vehicle. Now here in Google, I said weight limit for mid-size sedan. It says a typical mid-size sedan usually has a weight limit, including passengers and cargo, of around 850 pounds. This means the combined weight of occupants and items in the car should not exceed this amount. So I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna say she's 500 pounds, but maybe she's less. I read some things that it was saying that she was 500 pounds. All right. So you get a driver that's 200 pounds, a passenger that's 500, that's 700 pounds. Again, if the guy has tools or he has other things in his car, that's going to make him exceed the weight limit. That's going to make him exceed the weight limit. Now, they can go to court and try to dispute. How does he know, how much he weighed? The judge can sit there, or the lawyer can sit there and point out somebody in the courtroom and say, how much do you think that they weigh? I guarantee you they're not going to be off by that much. They're not going to be off by that much. So at the end of the day, I think that this is a frivolous lawsuit. Makes absolutely no sense, because you're trying to take somebody's rights away from them. If they do not want to give you the ride, they don't have to give you a ride. And she was the one that kept pushing. She's talking about I'm unconscious or whatever. She's basically, she's scared to leave her house all of a sudden. And trust me, you said you a Detroit rapper. So if you've been on a stage, people have been making fun of you. People have been making fun of you your whole entire life. And you telling me this guy is your primary reason for you not wanting to leave the house. This Lyft driver is your reason for you being depressed, for your anxiety, your stress, and all of this. You telling me this one person versus everybody that comes across you like, damn, she is real big. Damn, she need to lose weight. You telling me this one individual who did not call you fat, who did not call you obese, who didn't call you disgusting, who didn't call you trifling, who didn't say that you don't care about yourself, don't care about your kids, don't care about your loved ones, because you dead in about 10 years. Okay, he didn't say none of that stuff. So why are you sitting here jumping down this man's throat and trying to sue him, make him lose wages because he got to be in court? For what? When you could have easily ordered a XL. And she was sitting there in her interview talking about she shouldn't have to pay extra for a XL, a bigger vehicle. Why not? Why not? You pay extra to feed yourself. I'm sorry again. I'm not trying to humiliate this woman or whatever, but it takes a lot to feed that size of a belly. You are literally eating 2 or 3 meals at one sitting. Come on now. You're going to eat more food to fulfill your hunger. So if you have to eat more food to fulfill your hunger, meaning you have to spend more money, you have to eat more food. You're sitting at one sitting to eat your food longer than other people because of your size. And now you're gonna say, well, despite everything else, the fact that you require more water in your body because of your size, because you eat more food, all of these other things. You have to buy bigger clothes. I mean, come on. Is she going to walk into a clothing store and say, why can't I fit a size 2? That's discrimination. I'm suing y'all. Can you do that? No, you have to buy a bigger size because you're a bigger person. So what are you tripping about? Like, literally, this is the dumbest lawsuit. And then I really, man, I'm going to lose faith in the law system. I'm going to lose faith in the law system if this person wins this lawsuit. It's just saying that anybody and everybody can go ahead and try to sue a Lyft or Uber driver for stupid stuff. Appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe.